Hello, my beautiful viewers out there on the E360 platform. How are you feeling? I do see one of my guests is not there, so I have to take her out of the stream. So, how are you doing, my beautiful viewers? And then I also would like to welcome all the beautiful ladies from our group Diamond Beauties Forever, and then all the gentlemen in our Tanzanite Hero group. So welcome all everyone. And before I'm going to introduce all of my beautiful ladies that are here on screen, I want to ask you this question. What does money mastery means for you? And what can, if I can add something in, money mastery magic, what does that mean for you? Oh, I am so excited for all these amazing ladies here. And then later on, we will have a video from Michael LeBlanc. So I cannot wait for us to do a meditation through Michael's interpretation of how to master your money magically. My one of my guests is back, so I'm going to bring her into the stream, and then I'm going to introduce my beautiful ladies to you. Here we go. Thank you, Duchess. So, my beautiful Nettie, please tell us what time is it, and please introduce yourself. And where are you from?
I'm from Perth in Western Australia, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning. How exciting! It's absolutely amazing to be here. Such an honor to be here, Sanet. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's beautiful.
My viewers and my beautiful guest, when I asked Nettie, did you sleep? She says she didn't sleep at all. So she's ready to have an amazing show, and she's gonna come and inspire us and everything she's gonna tell us. So I cannot wait. My beautiful Deborah, can you please introduce yourself? And then I would also like to tell the viewers out there that you are also sponsoring the show today, but please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Deborah J. Hollick, also known as the Smash Through Mentor. And I am really honored and privileged to be here amongst all of you beautiful women and this incredible audience that I know you have, Sanet. Thank you so much for the privilege of sponsoring the show. And I'm just excited to be here. I'm a speaker and a multi-time #1 international best-selling author. And I'm a trainer, sales trainer, and productivity facilitator. So that's a little about me. Um, I'm in Western Canada, so the hour for me is much better than you, Netta.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Oh, I'd love to. May I show it?
Yes, you are
So
so welcome.
this is the first book that I've compiled with a group of 14 other authors. And I'm very excited because we did this book, published it on December 10th of 2022, and we are still in the top 200 and 100 respectively on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca in some categories. So I have to brag about my authors because it's because of their stories that we're still there. One is about South Africa that's kept us up in the Amazon.com, and the other ones are really good stories as well. A cancer survivor and whatnot. So yeah, it's exciting, and we're just got some new things happening. So if you're interested, reach out.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much, my beautiful Deborah. Sarah, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sarah Roccasano, and I'm the founder of the travel inspiration content site, the award-winning travel inspiration content site called Embolden Adventures. I'm an author, international public speaker, and a travel storyteller and an entrepreneur. And my book will be coming out in 2025. I know Deborah mentioned congratulations about your Amazon ranking. My book's about the Amazon rainforest. and my adventure there on this 5-week adventure I took in the early 2020 era, and all that has transpired as a result of me walking away from a massive 20-year career. So I'm excited to talk about money mastery and traveling the world and how to be a smart traveler when it comes to money.
Oh, you just gave me goosebumps, goosebumps. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, my beautiful Duchess. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I cannot wait to hear more. My beautiful Cheryl, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am from Arizona in the United States, and it's 12 o'clock. It's noon here. And I teach people how money works and walk them along the pathway to financial freedom. Even if we can just get them to sleep better at night, I think that would be a wonderful blessing. So thank you very much for letting me be here with all of you.
Oh, thank you. And you know, my beautiful Cheryl, you also involve the whole family. So I love what you are doing. So cannot wait for you to share more about that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cheryl. My beautiful Tara.
Good afternoon. My name is Tara Metler, and I am the owner of Position Yourself Wealth Strategies, and I'm an alternative wealth strategist coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. It's so great to be here with you, ladies.
Wow. And I will never forget the first time we had our coffee chat, you blew me away. How it sounds so easy to work with money and to look at it differently. So I cannot wait for you to share your magic with us today. Thank you so much, my beautiful Tara. And my beautiful Duchess DJ. If you can please introduce yourself. Oh, I cannot wait for the audience to hear and see you.
Well, thank you, Sanet, and welcome, audience, and these beautiful ladies. I'm Duchess DJ Love. My platform is gallivanting like a royal. Reason I wear the crown. I have risen from poverty, and let's just say I'm not poor anymore, okay? And I love to travel. Travel's my passion, so I share the love everywhere I go. And I use traveling as my vehicle to teach people about money. You got to have the money mindset, and you need to know where your money goes. So that's what I talk about. And it's all about sharing the love. And when people have the love, they can prosper. And we have 8 billion people in this world, and I want you to know you're loved. Thank you, Sane.
Wow, I love it. And we're going to hear a little bit more about your traveling with your mom as well. How incredible. So, my beautiful ladies, I am going to post our first question so that the viewers can also see that. So, there I have posted it into the live audience chat as well. So I wanted to start with Netta. I'm going to start with you. And please, I'm going to quickly repeat the question. What inspired you to start your journey towards money mastery? I'm so sorry, my beautiful Netta. Just give me 1 second. I'm just muting everyone. Okay, you're welcome to talk now.
I was just living in lack and scarcity. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't understand why I could never get ahead. I didn't understand that I had to have a high frequency, the highest of frequencies, to be able to attract things into my life. You know, something frequencies of above maybe 400 megahertz. I didn't understand that the only way is love. I didn't understand that I had to have true authenticity to be able to attract money into my life. So I set about 4 or 5 years ago, I set about on a journey of finding out why and how I could do this. And you know, I got to a point where I said to myself, who am I without my story? Who am I without my money problems? Who am I without my past? And I learned to live in the moment. I learned to be fully authentic and to live only by love.
I love it. I love it. I want to use this button. I love my buttons. I got two buttons.
What happened?
Duchess, I got it in New York. And I love my two buttons, so I will definitely use my buttons today.
Definitely.
Oh, how shame. I see Duchess have left us. I think I see her internet is unstable here in the back studio. It keeps popping up internet unstable, so we will, when she comes in, I will let her in again. My beautiful Deborah, can you tell us what inspired you to start your journey towards mastering your money?
Well, I think it all began when I realized that I needed to take full responsibility for my thoughts and my actions. And when I realized that, that came about through something called Kirlian photography. And when I saw a picture of what my thoughts looked like and what my energy was like, I realized that I wasn't in control of anything. So I knew I had to take the steps toward that mindset that Duchess talks about and toward love that Nita talks about. And I know that there's going to be a common thread probably about all that with all of us. So when I realized that, money started to flow as my energy was flowing, and where I was putting my thoughts, money flows
Hello,
there.
hello.
So when you're thinking
Let's
positive
check everybody.
thoughts
Hello,
and
hello.
you're
Mike.
energized and you're not coming from a position of lack, you receive more. And that's true of negativity. It's true of positivity, I believe. So that's where it all started for me.
Wow. Well, can I, before going over to Sarah, I just wanted to say something to you. So I also did some energy exchange when I received money. And I know it's going to sound, but this is how I am doing it. So I'm going to just quickly go off screen, but you will be able to see me. So I did some belly
Okay, we just got
dancing.
on. Yes.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with that, just, but I have to mute her and I have to take her off screen. So my beautiful ones, I tried to do ballet dancing for 3 months, but because of the way I was, my knees didn't allow me to do that twirling of your bum. My knees didn't allow. I got so much knee pain, so I stopped with the ballet dancing lessons. But I still have. So when I receive money, my beautiful, and you must just know, Cheryl and Deborah, I've danced when you were sending me some money. I was like dancing. My husband said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, that was the first time he asked me." I said, I just jingle, jingle the money that I received to say thank you." He said, "Sanet, you are crazy." I said, "But you still love this crazy woman." He said, "Yes." Shame. I don't know. Judges, I'm going to try and bring you in now. So, my beautiful Sarah, the same question is going to you.
So, what inspired me to start my journey toward mastering money? Well, it's been a long journey since I was a child. I think I got my first checkbook at 14, and opened my first bank account at a young age. So even then, counting my pennies literally in a piggy bank and understanding, debits and credits, money in, money out. And that's kind of taken me along the way toward working a 10-year career on Wall Street and then working in private equity and onwards to all the various industries I touched as a financial person, understanding how deals work, closing deals, diligencing deals, working on the financial model, working with the law firms and the capital providers and the like in the heart of New York City. So for me, that sort of beginning foundation of understanding, the numbers, essentially, as they say, and being smart about managing those numbers. Revenues overpower the costs and the expenses. And so getting smart about honing in on expenses and getting even smarter about, bringing in the revenue and then the risks that come along with it. So those years I've worked and grown those skill sets in that quantitative kind of point of view has really helped. But I do hear a theme that a lot of us are talking about so far, and I'm bringing in that sort of manifestation magic, if you will, in the trusting of the unknown and tapping into this sort of higher spiritual power, higher vibrational energy. And I think that's the part of the revenue piece that we put trust, that we learn to trust that things can come if we open our hearts to it. If you build it, they will come. But I think also, too, we still need to be smart about the other side of the equation, the cost piece, which I'll go into as we talk, because you could trust all you want that money's coming in, but if your costs and your expenses are overpowering, your revenues, it's not going to work. So the reality is we got to get smart and we got to trust with heart.
I love it. And when we had the coffee chat, you were like um, a most beautiful fireworks, and I could not believe this small little lady, if I can call it like that, because I did see how you in your YouTube channel, I did see you. Um, you have stand there. I don't know if you have shouted, "Buy this!" Like what we see on television, and that you could do all this in a man's world. You are truly amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so thankful Nicole have introduced the two of us. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking that bold step and do what you really wanted to do. And now you're even doing more things that you wanted to do. So I love that. So, my beautiful Cheryl, I am going to unmute you, and you are so welcome to share what inspired you.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've been learning since I was very little. We were hiding from bill collectors and ironing clothes for 10 cents a piece, and everything we could do to help mom pay the bills. And so I started making cookies and selling them door to door, and childcare. So service has always been in my heart. So whenever I find something that helps somebody else, I share that with them. And not always do what they want to hear that. But the greats, the Dale Carnegie, the Napoleon Hill, all those guys taught me what to do, how to make the money grow, and how to think with a prosperity mindset and not a scarcity mindset. And so that is what I am teaching and sharing all the time, because I know it works and I've seen it happen. And I'm so thankful that that's part of my life. Thanks.
Thank you. I remember last year our Diamond Beauties was 2 years old, and I was asking, I was wanted to do a summit for the whole of August. And remember, you came on all the summits, all the Monday summits, and you were talking about money movie. So, ladies, if you never have seen a money movie, that is incredible. So, beautiful Cheryl have told us about her money movie, and we actually loved her money movie, and you can make your own money movie, so I love it. Can you just tell us who was the person that was originally bringing out the money movie movement, if I could put it like that?
Natalie Ledwell.
There you
She
are.
does moneymovies.com.
Oh,
So
thank you.
it shows you exactly how to do it.
Oh,
Just great.
thank you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. My beautiful Tara, the same question for you.
Yes, for me, again, it started with my childhood. Always very interested in money. I always found it very interesting that there was a vast difference between my brother and I. My second youngest brother and I, he could turn anything into money and like always had it coming in, even as a child. And whereas I was working hard. I was babysitting. I was a coat check at a hotel. I was doing this. I was doing that from a very young age on. But I never had enough, right? Whereas he always had it. And so it kind of got me started, even as a child, in taking a look at what's the difference there. Why does it seem to come so easy for him, and I feel like I'm struggling? So I was already a very out of the box type of person to begin with, and that layered on top of it, really started to stoke this fire in me to learn more about money and how it works and how to have the right mindset, how to attract it properly. And so I worked in banking and different jobs like that where I was around it, but all it did was raise more question marks. So when I really got into the actual working world, I always joke when I really started adulting, then you start learning about things like retirement accounts and, budgeting and all these different things. And as I said, it just raised more questions. It, to me, was keeping me in that same cycle. And so I was always looking for something different, something that was going to be a path that wasn't the same one that everyone was going down. And so that's really what was my inspiration. And when I found the answers that I was looking for, that is what prompted me to take a complete change in my career trajectory and to start moving forward, not only to be able to implement it in my own life, but to be able to help others become excited and empowered on what their money can be doing for them too.
I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Tara. And for you, my beautiful Duchess.
I'm on mute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
First of all, I apologize. I was on my cell phone. I thought we would get crystal clear reception because sometimes it does better. It didn't. So we're back on the good old Wi-Fi now. But my journey became, I guess you could say that the childlike faith in me. Believe it or not, I'm old enough to have watched the original Coca-Cola commercial where they would sing, "Let's teach the world how to sing in perfect harmony." Well, I collect Coca-Cola ever since then. So that touched my heart. And I believe
Can I quickly do this? I'm so sorry. You can continue.
Okay. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. That really spoke to my heart. And as a child, a poor child, I might add, I was thinking, okay, God, if I'm going to teach this beautiful world of ours how to sing in perfect harmony, then I need to see this world. I need to be able to travel this world. And I'm like, we don't have the money to, barely meet our daily, weekly expenses. So I'm like, you put this in me. So how is it going to happen? And so my whole family, I guess, at that same time, when I told my parents I want to travel, it opened their eyes up too. So we as a family tried to go little places, like maybe the next town over was 10 miles over. We'd go over there and visit their local park and walk around. We did little things, but that dream was still in me. And so by me having it in me, it arose something in my parents. So I get the savings mechanisms from my mom. That was her gift. My dad knows how to make money. So you put that combination with influences on me, and look at me now. I'm not poor anymore. I have traveled the world. I have visited all 50 U.S. states, and I continually do so. I've covered 20 countries. My background is a Bachelor of Science in Finance, specializing in commercial banking, and I was a licensed securities agent there for the longest time. Now I manage my family business, who is, we multimillionaires in real estate and other things. We have learned how to make money. But it all comes back from what you guys said. It comes back from inside you. You got to have that desire, and you can't put limitations on you. And that's how come I wrote this book, Money Mindset. If you want to have money, it's got to start up here. First of all, you got to believe that you deserve. You deserve the money. You loved enough to have the money. And you got to believe that you control your future. You got to have that mindset. And then this book is called, looks like the big letters is balance sheet, but it's The Art of Wealth. Make your money work for you. I have learned how to make my money work for me. Like I travel around the world. That money is still working for me while I'm traveling, while I'm laying up on, the couch, or drinking a sippy drink by the beach, or on a cruise. And I travel frequently. So, it costs. It's not free to travel. And I don't fly cheap. I fly business class, first class, hey. But I have learned how to make that money work for me. And I've learned there's tips and tricks and hacks to everything in life. People have money because they know the tax code. People have money because they live below their means. Like me, let's just say I make $100,000 a year. Guess what? I'm going to live off of 75,000. That 25,000 is going to be a buffer, and it's going to be saved for unknown expenses and to invest. If you have a 401k, you max it out. You cut out unnecessary things. And I like to tell people when I ask them, my biggest thing is, can you cut out cable? Most of them get mad at me and I say, cut out cable. But here's the thing. You cut out cable for 6 months. First of all, the cable company is going to come back and give you a deal sweeter than what you're already paying. So you're going to save 50% on that cable to start with. Okay. 2, you'll find something to use your time where you've been sitting on that couch watching TV. You get on the YouTube, you watch shows like this, you learn, you invest in yourself, you read a book. I try to read 50 books a year. I call it my book a week thing. I got 2 weeks off for vacation. So if I read them, I do, but so do I. But these are my tips on how I became a royal child of God with some money. And I believe in you attract what you appreciate. So if you appreciate what you have, more will come to you.
I love it. Thank you so much. A lot of what you said as well is gratitude and appreciation. So thank you so much. My beautiful Netta, I have got the following question for you. What are some of the most common financial mistakes people make, and how can they avoid them? So let me just quickly go up. Just give me 1 second. I will unmute you. You can go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, you can talk.
Hello. I can't hear you, Sine.
Okay, I don't know why you cannot hear me. Okay. So can you do question number 2 for us?
I can't
Okay.
hear you, Sine. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Okay. I don't
I,
know
I
why, but
can't hear you. Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. My beautiful Deborah, can you do question number 2? What are some of the most common financial mistakes people make, and how can they avoid it?
So I think some of the
Uh,
most common financial mistakes that people make,
Yes.
and it begins from the inside. If you're not congruent on the inside emotionally, then you're never going to be congruent on the outside. And what I mean by that is that, when we are brought up and we are conditioned that, money is the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. The harder you work, the more money you'll get. And all of those things have conditioned us to believe that money is hard to get. So can you repeat the question, please? Thank you. So
Can,
yeah,
can you?
so I believe that the first loyalty is to self, and that the higher frequency that you have, the more authentic that you become. And I do a lot of inner work, meditation, and studying. I follow what's called the wealth principles myself, and I attend. I literally attend mentorships along those lines of paying myself 10% and investing 10%, and then consequently paying my responsibilities, my bills, whatever comes in, because you're never actually financially free. But like Duchess was saying, I have learned to manipulate money to work for me. And I think that's a really important thing that Duchess said. It's being in the matrix or the container where you are able to have the higher levels of energetic frequencies and encourage money to come to you. And it does work. It does work. It literally does work. And they say that being authentic is a higher level of frequency than love.
Yes.
They do. And I use the wealth principles, and every 3 months, then I add another 10% to my savings investment account. I then also add another 10% to my pay me account, because when we pay ourselves, we feel emotionally wealthy, and we watch our bank account grow. I personally, I don't know what the other ladies do, but I personally, I play with money. I dance to money. I ask money what she thinks of me. And I know she thinks I'm an absolute rock star. She's my best friend. She tells me she's my best friend every single morning. And yes, Duchess, yes. I dance to her, I embody her, and I thank her and love her for supporting me. I would never ever say the word alone. I always thank her for supporting me. I have so much gratitude for money. It's even the essence and the gratitude that I have for money is beyond description. It literally is. When I dance to money, I have goosebumps coming all the way through me, and I thank her for the future. And that is the other key, is having gratitude, true gratitude, not pseudo gratitude, but true gratitude for everything that you have in your life, and literally feeling the end result while implementing the logistics of your bank account and your responsibilities.
Oh,
I love it. I never thought about that. I dance with money. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful Deborah.
Well, just expounding a bit on what everyone has said and furthering the gratitude, one of the mistakes that I feel people make is not thanking and saying thank you when the money's going out. It's easy to thank money coming in. Oh yeah, yay, yay, let's all dance. It's happy dance. Who isn't going to dance to receiving money? I certainly am. I'm going to sing. I'm going to dance. I'm going to do everything. But it's being able to say thank you when we're sending the money out. Thank you to that money for being there. Thank you to the people, that we're paying for whatever service has been rendered to us, which I think is equally as important as thanking you when it comes in. So I think that's one of the biggest mistakes. And when we can get to that, and it's fun when you start going, oh yay, I get to pay this bill, and isn't it wonderful, I have this money to pay this bill, and isn't it wonderful that that credit card company thought I was so wonderful and let me use it, and the gas company and the electric company, they trusted me to pay the bills, and so on and so forth. So when you do that and you give with gratitude going out, then I believe that it comes back even more as well. So I think that's one of the biggest, I don't know if it's, maybe I'm going to call it a mistake. Maybe sometimes it's just not an awareness. So that is one of the things that I feel is really important. And then, of course, what everyone else has said, of course, the balance sheet, what goes out, not exceeding, what's coming in and that sort of stuff, of course. And I really wish they teach more of that in public schools, starting from kindergarten, starting to teach children about money and how, that money isn't a terrible evil, that it's an exchange. It's just an energy exchange, really. That's what money is. It's energy. So we say thank you, coming and going, and appreciation, and it just multiplies like rabbits.
I love it. And you know what you just have said, you and Nettie, it's like magic, because everybody thinks money is, they don't want to talk about it. But you just made it fun. And I need to give you and Nettie a hand clap. Thank you, my beautiful Deborah. Sarah, if I can give it over to you.
So, some of the most common financial mistakes I think people make and how they can avoid them. Three things I think are important: budgeting, savings, and analysis, right? So, budgeting, you want to really know what your kind of costs are, right? And, I heard someone say cut the cord, cut cable, which I did, 7, 8 years ago now, right? Who wants to pay $200, $300 a month when you don't have to? So that's your budget, right? Now I could
Mhm.
relieve one of the components of money going out. And it's about being smart about what you're really spending your money on. If there's a way you can negotiate down the cost, or think about, a way to kind of alleviate any sort of middleman costs, like fees, unnecessarily fees that come from drawing money from your ATM machine, right? Those sort of little fees add up to a big leak out of your bank account. So budgeting is critical to know kind of what is your playing field, if you will, when it comes to money out. Savings, on the other hand, is an important one. And I don't think people talk enough about savings. I think you have to keep some of your money liquid. And it has to be a component of a few months of your costs at all
Mhm.
times as a backstop for money that you can rely on as a cushion in hard times. And in my case, I decided when I lived in Brooklyn, New York, that I was going to live in this beautiful apartment that was far away from the city in Manhattan where I used to work. And I got a great deal on rent. I was never home, so it didn't matter what my apartment really was. I was always in the office working a 100-hour work week as an investment banker on Park Avenue. And so for me, the rent was useless. So I got a cheap apartment. I took a cheap taxi. I didn't take, expensive kind of Ubers, if you would. And what I did was, because that was within my budget of costs, I was now saving money, because every time I wrote a rent check to my landlady, I wrote myself one or two rent checks to my savings account in a high
Mhm.
yield CD or any sort of high yield online account. So you want your savings to work for you in terms of the interest rate. So you want a high yield savings rate that's going to, now the interest is going to, accumulate over time. You put 2 months worth of rent in that one, spell swoop, and now you're getting interest payments on that. Okay, so
Mhm.
your interest is now working in your favor. So we talked about budgeting, we talked about savings, and now we talk about analytics, analysis. Me, every month before I make my credit card payment, which by the way, I pay off 100% every month. I'm not going to get any APR rates at 20% or more charged to me. I'm going to pay off my credit card because I know how much my expenses are. Okay, there's no sort of surprises. The analysis I do is I literally take my receipts and I just match. Is all the costs correct in terms of what they're saying on my statement before I say go, I'm going to pay the payment. Okay, there's analysis about how much money's coming in for the month, how much money goes out for the month, so there's no surprises about what I do need to do in terms of paying a bill. So I think a lot of people don't have a good hold on and analyzing their budget, their savings, and their costs. So once that gets kind of controlled, you smooth sailing. You can take that flight to Mexico or Hawaii or whatever it is, because you know you have a cushion and you know everything's under control.
I love it. I love it. I'm also gonna give you this. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cheryl. Let me just go quickly down and unmute you. And if you can also help us out with that question, please.
I unmuted, you muted. Anyway, I'm here, and everybody has such great ideas. And I think one of the things it boils down to is learning and experiencing how money works. And the sooner we can teach those kiddos, teach them how to earn and to save and to invest and to give. The more that we can do that, the better. And I think one of the mistakes is thinking that you don't deserve it, thinking that it's not for my family. That's great for you, but we have to have that mindset that says, yes, we can do it too. And the more
Oh,
we learn, the better we feel about that, the better choices that we make. And another thing would be associate with good people that are honest and making money, taking care of their lives, doing the money game, right? And investing and reading reading all these wonderful authors. I mean, even the Bible has a whole bunch of money rules and money inspirations in it. The more we learn, the better choices we make, the more we practice how we use our money and analyze, like Sarah said, is definitely evaluate what's happening. Am I doing it right? If not, let's make a change. Or what can I do? And ask for help and get some help to know what to do right and how to do it better. So I think that's what we can do. Thanks.
I love it. I love it. Oops, you didn't want to stop. And you, my beautiful Tara?
Yes, I'm really glad that Cheryl mentioned something called the money game, right? And really, that is a lot of times what it is that we're playing, right? There's one of my favorite quotes that said about the money game that we're all playing with the same game board, but while most people are playing checkers, the affluent are playing chess. And so that, I think, is a mistake that is commonly made, is that we're only thinking maybe one or two moves ahead instead of looking at the whole game board and taking into account all of the players, all of the moves at the same time. And so how do we go about doing that? How do we think like the affluent do? Well, they have a very, very different mindset and a very different culture when it comes to money, how to think about it, how to attract it, how to make it work for you. And those are the concepts that I love to teach my clients. Is some very, very basic ones about that is the first two are to always maintain control and efficiency on your money. And the third one is to always take into account the lost opportunity cost. So money has a value, and it also has a future value. So when we're utilizing it, whether it's in something to make us money or in a way to spend that money, it has a cost. And so those are the things that we need to take into account in how we're utilizing, how we're deploying, how we're manifesting in order to be able to do that. So by maintaining that control and efficiency, that means that we have to be an active participant in what our money is doing, not just in bringing it to us, but then in also how we're using it. When we give up that control, that's when we start to pay fees. That's when we start to see lower growth in our portfolios. That's when we start to see negative effects, or maybe not long-lasting positive effects in that way. And when we maintain the efficiency of our money, that's when we really see the magic, in my opinion, is because now what we have done is we've taken that same dollar and we have found a way to give it 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs at the same time. And so now we've amplified the power of what that $1 can do. And that is when we get to see the magic. We see an explosion. We see just it start to multiply itself at that point. And so all of that requires a chess-like way of looking at our money, not just an in equals an out or an in equals an advantage or anything like that. We need to start looking for things that provide predictable growth. We need to find ways in order to keep that control and efficiency in our money. And when we do that, then we can actually get to our ultimate goal of spending the harvest and not the seed. And so that's really what we're trying to do. I think all of us here is to help ourselves and our clients and those that we love to not spend the seed, the money that we can plant, but instead the harvest as to what it can bring us and live off of that.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And you, my beautiful dad, just let me just unmute you, and you are so welcome to share question number 2. I'm just going to give my husband quickly something.
Well, first of all, I just want to say what the rest of the ladies said is so true. And I want to kind of piggyback off what they said. You talk about the opportunity cost. People don't realize that you have to weigh. Let's say you got $10. What are you going to do with that $10? Because once that $10 is spent, it's gone. You can't get that $10 back. So you really need to take time and think about your purchases. And Sarah talked about, your analytics with your money. Well, if you don't ever analyze your money or review where you're spending or review the money that's come in, you kind of get complacent and you don't realize what's going on. So, how many people look at their utility companies and switch them and get a $300 cash back? That's $300 you have just by switching utilities. They may tell you you're going to make more money or it's going to cost whatever. It's basically the same thing. It's just if you have a good credit score, you get a better deal. So work on your credit score. That's one of the things that I think mistakes that people make is they don't care about their financial score, their credit score, their willingness to pay back the money that they borrow. If you borrow money, pay it back timely and do not carry over any interest. Some other mistakes I think people make are just the fact that the old expression, want to live like the Joneses. My neighbor bought a new car. Well, just because the neighbor bought a new car doesn't mean you need a new car. And you have to think about that. Is appearances really that important for me being broke? Is that really important for me not to have money to leave to my kids? Is that really that important? You got to think about what's important to you. And as I tell people, when you cut out things, you got to have the mentality. I'm not cutting this out, in what I would call a negative way. Like I like to tell people, you buy Starbucks coffees 5 mornings every week. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I'm asking you, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, cut one of those mornings out. And that one morning when you cut it out, be thankful. Say, oh my God, I get to forego this Starbucks coffee day because I got $5 going in my savings. Be excited about it. That's $5 more that you did not have. And when you do it in that fashion, like you said, it's the frequency that you send off, the joy of that money. You may think that small sacrifice, if that's what you want to call it, is a burden, but that $5 will multiply. And when you save $5, the next week you be so excited you want to save $6. That wanting to, and then you find ways for it to come to you. You may get a rebate check for something you didn't even know 6 months down the road. Once you start the process, that's when it comes to you. So I don't think those are some of the simple mistakes I think people make is not to look at their everyday things, what they can do.
I love it. I love it. Yes to you. Now, I promise I'm going to put that button away. I'm not going to use it again. My beautiful Nettie, I have another question, but before we start with it, I really want to go through everyone to share how they are serving the world. So if you are ready for that, so that I can make sure that we can bring that in before I start with Michael's video. And if there's still time, I'm going to ask you about your golden nugget. And if there's still time, we will do question number 3. So my beautiful Nettie, can you please tell us how are you serving the world? Oh, let me just give me 1 second. There you are. You can talk.
So I'm so honored to be here. As I've said, I just can't tell you the amount of gratitude that I have. So I'm serving the world. I'm a high ticket affiliated marketer partnered with a 50-year-old health and wellness company. I've just recently come back from Okinawa to celebrating the anniversary, where I connected with thousands and thousands of men and women and little legacy babies in Okinawa. And it's so much more than that, though. It is about supporting people coming out of their darkest places, teaching them wealth principles, teaching them how to look after their money, teaching them about love frequency, teaching them about authenticity, and teaching them how to move forward from stuck to rising and shining and living the life that they so desire. We are the captain of our own soul and the creator of our own destiny.
That is so beautiful. Can you tell us what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget, that's actually, I find that really hard to answer, to be honest. My golden nugget would be living in the power of now, like literally living in the and I can't describe it. I can't describe the feeling. It is too hard to describe. Like it's just living in the power of now, living in the essence of the moment, and feeling that one moment. And that is my golden nugget to anybody, because you're not your past story. You're just not. You're in that essence of that beautiful moment. And I'm getting goosebumps.
Me as well. And I remember when we had our coffee chat, we played your Forever song, and beautiful Nettie was in the car and she was dancing so wildly. The car went like this.
Oh,
Wow,
dear.
thank you, my beautiful Nettie. Can I ask you, my beautiful Deborah, as the sponsor for our show today? You know, when I first saw your email and then I talked to you, I can just imagine this barrier with the purple and you smashing and you climbing through this because your name and everything was associated. I could see it with my own eyes. You expanding and making sure everybody notice what you have to say. Please, can you tell us? How are you serving the world, my beautiful one?
Well, one of the ways that I do serve the world is I do believe in WOW. And WOW is an acronym for wonder, openness, and wisdom. And that's actually my golden nugget, too. So I'll just say that right now because I know you're going to ask it. So the WOW is wonder, openness, and wisdom to me. And one of the ways that I like to serve is in bringing people's wow stories to life. That doesn't mean they're, terrible stories that, they can be happy stories that have a wow element to them. But all of our stories have a summary that we include in the book. And that is what the author found to be the wonder, openness, and wisdom. And so one of the things that I truly love to do is bringing that forward and helping people who go, oh, I don't know how to write. I can't write. I love to help them bring their stories forth in their own words. And I love Nada's energy. She just lights up the whole place. And I feel so good with her living in the now and the way she does that. And I think that that's what more of us need to do. We do. We need to live in the now because as it wasn't very long ago, as you know, Sanet and Tara knows, I had a life altering experience that taught me I best be living in the now a lot more than I perhaps was. And so I fully agree. We have to live in the now. We need to look for the wow. So now and wow go hand in hand. So that's a little bit about what I do.
Wow. Can you please repeat the wow for us again?
The WOW is an acronym for wonder, openness, and wisdom. So it's the live life in wonder, openness, and wisdom. So, and this book is nuggets of wonder, openness, and wisdom. And the one we're just coming out with is pearls of wonder, openness, and wisdom. So some people call it POW.
Wow, that is incredible. I actually have goosebumps all over because you know, my beautiful Deborah, sometimes a lot of people think they don't have a story. But just because you were born, you have a story. But they think they're not
Everybody.
important. Exactly. So, yes to you, my beautiful one. Thank you for
Thank you.
serving the world by giving them the opportunity to tell their story. I love it. I love it. My beautiful Sarah, can you please tell us how are you serving the world?
Well, you mentioned story, so I'm a storyteller. And while I'm telling my story of transformation, and I'm actually living proof. So, the way I'm serving the world at the immediate moment in the now is showcasing how I'm leaving that 20-year career that didn't serve me, that life in New York City that I grew and now letting go of, and transforming in a spiritual way. So a lot of this book that's coming out is first part of a 3-part trilogy series of exactly what happened with me the minute I walked away and started discovering and learning from the wisdom keepers from around the world in my travels. And so by showcasing that and encouraging others, they could do the same. They could believe in themselves and they can persevere. Part of that story is, I've been laid off 3 times in my job. At one point, I was out of work for 2.5 years straight, all the while holding down the mortgage of my apartment in Midtown Manhattan by myself. I'm my only breadwinner. So, there are some real stories of hardship despite, getting the best job, and looking awesome on LinkedIn, right? There's more to that story. And there is the ability to transform and believe in self. So that's a lot of where I'm in the process of giving to the world through my public speaking, my storytelling, my writing, and just inspiring. And so a lot of where it's coming to me as a magnetizing energy, is my undergrad university has come calling and asked me to present to students that now in college and just out of graduation, facing this tough job market these days. So I'm finding I'm a mentor in a lot of ways for the next leaders, the next future leaders, which is just a blessing. And I absolutely love it. So there's so much. I know I got the goosebumps too. See, there's so much, we can give, our stories of struggle that I'm coming to find, do help others when you do share and talk and encourage and impart wisdom and give your little tips. It is a bigger picture. 1+1 = 3 in this case. So I'm very pleased to be part of this as I continue to discover for myself what's next in so many beautiful ways. My golden nugget is my spiritual teaching, my spiritual sort of, embracing being with nature, learning how to talk to spirit, talk to nature, being wise, beyond, the 3-dimensional material veil that we're in. I heard The Matrix earlier, and that's part of the story that comes out, the book that I'm releasing, my work in the Amazon rainforest with the shamans, the Shipibo shamans. I saw beyond the veil. And there's more to meets the eye than this 3-dimensional world we live in, especially Sarah coming from a capitalist world, knowing that things are breaking down. Things are not what we know anymore, and we have to start to trust within. So that's my spiritual work, and that's my story in the trilogy that I'll be releasing.
Oh, I've got so much goosebumps, ladies. Do you've got goosebumps? I have to put this on. My beautiful Sarah, may I ask you, is there something that you can share that one of the shamans have shared with you that was so profound? It was your aha moment.
Well, it's the shamans were ushering in the wisdom, but I really was working with the plant medicine ayahuasca. So it was really Mama Ayahuasca, the psychedelic, that showed me the wisdoms. And the reality is, there is no reality. We're in an illusion. Nothing matters except love. And we have to trust in our higher spirit and believe that things are going to work in our favor.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. I actually want to do something before going to Cheryl. Just give me 1 second. I just quickly want to grab it. So I've got 3 African drums, but this one is the middle one, but the other one you have to put on your shoulders because it's too big. So here's this one.
Wow.
So if I can, my beautiful Sarah, I wanted the American Indian drum when I was there, but I'm still gonna buy it. So here
I'll
is
tell
for
you what
you.
that one. This is from the Pacific Northwest. Sealskin. It's sealskin. Oh, you probably can't see
Wow,
it, but
amazing. So let us play quickly 1 or 2 hits. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it.
this is
Oh,
Navajo. This is
I love
Navajo.
it. I want one of those. Oh.
This was in New Mexico. I got in Albuquerque, Navajo.
Oh, wow. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you, my beautiful Sarah. I
It's
didn't know
different
we
from
could.
wearing high heels and designer bags in New York City, and now I'm embracing spirituality this way. It's beautiful.
That's incredible. I never knew today I'm going to hit my African drum and you're going to play your drum and your, what do you call that thing again? Just help me.
A rattle.
Oh, right.
Navajo. It's Navajo. Yeah, Navajo.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's so beautiful. Thank you. So, my beautiful ladies, guess what? We are an hour into the show. It doesn't feel like it's an hour. So, I'm truly blessed that we started with our How You Serving the World and Golden Nugget. So, thank you so much for that, Sarah. You are truly a blessing, my girl. And I'm so thankful that you are in my life. And my beautiful Cheryl, if you can tell us how are you serving the world, my beautiful one?
Thank you. Thank you. One of my dreams and goals was to listen and tutor. So, what I'm doing is I'm learning, constantly learning, so that I can listen to families and individuals, find out what their story is, and then I will teach them what they need to know to help them find the solutions. So, what do you call it? My golden nugget is everybody has to come talk to me. My golden nugget is change a family, change the world. And so I'll change one family at a time. Our goal is to teach 20 million families by 2030. We're getting close. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I've got goosebumps. You know why? Because if you change a family, you change a nation, you change the world. I love that. I love that. Thank you, my beautiful Cheryl. And for you, my beautiful Tara?
Yes, so the way that I am putting forth my effort to change the world is to help alleviate anxiety. The world is changing faster and faster by the second, and what that does is it piles more and more on each and every one of us and those that we love and that we care about and that we meet through our different journeys in life. And if we can help alleviate some of that stress, some of that anxiety, some of that burden that they have, how much more can each and every one of us then provide for each other, right? And we've talked about love and different other types of energies and frequencies. And really, when it comes right down to it, all of them amplify each other. And so when we can help alleviate anxiety, that amplifies the frequency and the love and the good nature of people. And that just has a symbiotic effect on each and every one of us. So if I can do that when it comes to something very basic in each and every one of our lives on a person's financial journey, that has fingers into every other aspect of their life and can help amplify everything else that they're looking to accomplish. And so that's the goal that I have. And my golden nugget is a quote from Abraham Lincoln: "Whatever you are, be a good one."
I love it. I love it. I'm going to come back to you, my beautiful Tara. My beautiful Duchess, you are almost about to leave. So please,
Mhm.
can you share how you making the world a better place?
This is my pride and joy right here. Navigating the world, traveling with a loved one who has dementia. My mom loves to travel too, and I'm sharing other people. I'm a caregiver advocate that if I can travel with my mom with dementia, fly across the pond, travel frequent flyers, I'm executive platinum with the airline, so that I fly frequently. If I can do that, so can others. I'm also helping the world by just showing up every day. Showing up, sharing the love. Like right now, I got to get off because I have another episode to my podcast to go right now. But that's what you do. You let people know that they're cared for. You let them know there's answers out there. It's up to them to decide if they're going to take the knowledge that's shared. And like the wow, wisdom, opportunity. I forgot what the other W was, wonderment. Keep that childlike faith because magic happens. And as I travel, I say I encounter magical encounters on every trip I take. So I love you guys, but I got to go. Bye bye.
Bye bye, bye bye, my beautiful Duchess. Wow. There she is. Luckily, I took a photo of us before she left. So let me just come back. So I'm going to quickly go to Tora. So Tora, I don't know if you have answer everything. I know that you saw that she was about to leave. So, is there anything else that you wanted to mention? The serving of others, how you help them to relook at their money wealth. I like that because you actually mentioned not money matters, but wealth, because wealth can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. It's a very personal concept. Money is a very, very personal concept. And so when it comes to what we define as wealth is a very different picture for people. Some it's a legacy play and they want something that they can leave to their family. Some it's just not being in a scarcity mindset. So it really has a very wide reaching panoramic effect, if you will. And each of us are in a different spot within that picture. But as long as we can do what we can in order to support that journey through coaching, through opportunities, and through strategies, that is what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, and I love being able to do that each and every day.
Wow, I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Toro. So, my beautiful ladies, we actually have a few minutes left. So, do you have in 2 minutes? I will give everyone 2 minutes. Give some advice, fast and rapid advice. So, I'm going to start with Nettie. So, please just give me 1 second. You unmuted. You are welcome to go, my beautiful one. Nettie?
I can't hear you.
Okay, I don't know why you cannot hear me. Okay, I
I
will
can't
go.
hear you. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you.
Okay, Cheryl?
I was just going to tell her to speak because we can hear her.
Sydney,
Yeah,
I
but
can't hear you, love.
she cannot hear my question. I
That's
will
it.
type.
I,
Okay. Now,
I can hear
now
you.
you can. Okay. Do you've got a beautiful last say that you want to give to the viewers out there?
Sorry, could you please repeat that again?
Do you have a message for the viewers out there? That doesn't take too long, a minute or two.
Yes, everybody out there, absolutely love you, beautiful souls. Never, ever, ever give up. Always, always, always be consistent. Always keep trying and always live in the light of love.
I love it. My beautiful Deborah, can you give us your last comment?
Yes, I would like to encourage people to remember that everything is temporary. There it goes again. There it goes again. So everything is temporary. So when you find yourself maybe not living as consciously as maybe what would be best for you, maybe money is a little tight this week or this month, remember everything's temporary and you have the power and you are empowered to make change. And you do that with thought and emotion. So when you get and you master that, you'll master your money because you're mastering your whole life. And that's to me what it's all about. And look for the wow and do it consciously. So, wow is again an acronym for wonder, openness, and wisdom. And when we look for that in every situation, not just the good, it's the bad, the ugly, in every situation, look for the wonder, openness, and wisdom. And when you do that, you're going to find those nuggets.
I love it. And thank you. I will come back to you. My beautiful Sarah.
So the message is be emboldened, which is embolden adventures, right? Get out there and see the world. Be adventurous, be courageous, be bold. Embrace the world, whether it's travel or your life, right? Be emboldened. Have courage and believe in yourself and know good things are going to come your way. You just persevere.
Wow, I love it. And remember when we had our coffee chat, I didn't know what the word means. You had to explain it to me, and I love it. I love the explanation as well. So thank you so much for that. My beautiful Cheryl.
Thank you. Thank you. Just remember when you make yourself better, you're making the world better. And the more you learn about money and share the wisdom and the love and the light, the world will be a lighter, better place. Thanks.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Cheryl. Tara?
I think the one thing I can say is to not be afraid to take not just a leap, but a quantum leap. If you want to see a difference in your money, in your life, it's not about the baby steps. It is about taking a giant leap forward and having the faith that goes along with it.
Wow, I love it. So, my beautiful viewers, you will wonder why is some of the ladies. I'm going to ask Deborah to stay a few more minutes. I need her to talk while I go and collect Michael's video, because with all the videos, there was not of all the things going on screen, there was no space for me to bring in his video. So I need to delete all the videos on this side. But I will ask her just to repeat the last few things that you said. But we will do the dance first, and then we will say goodbye. And then I can ask you, Deborah, to stay just to talk us again through that, so that I can quickly do what I need to do. So, if you are wondering why is the ladies already gonna say goodbye? And this summit is a 2-hour summit. We've got an amazing gentleman, Michael LeBlanc. He's gonna do a money matter meditation. It will give Nettie time to go and sleep. She can look at the meditation tomorrow, and it gives us ladies to go and do more things. And then tomorrow we will have a post meeting and we will discuss how the show was. But for now, I'm gonna ask all the ladies if they would love to have a dance, and maybe there's a question for you as well. So can you give me a second? My beautiful Nettie, Deborah, Sarah, Cheryl, and Tara, will you have a dance with me? Ah,
Yeah.
yes, my beautiful viewers. My guest is going to do a dance. Oh, thank you for that, Sarah. Here is mine. My beautiful viewers, would you love to have a dance with us? Oh, they said yes. They said yes. Here we go. Woohoo, ladies!
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles,
Oh, wow.
oh, there's magic in that flight.
Oh, thank you for dancing, my beautiful viewers. We watch all of you dance. And thank you, my beautiful ladies, for dancing with me. This song, I've given her all my words. And I said the song, the title must cover the world with love. And I love fairy dusk and all that. And thank you so much for dancing with me, my beautiful Nettie. Please go and have an amazing early morning and late morning sleep. And thank you for coming through to inspire us. My beautiful Sarah, we cannot wait to hear about your book and, everything that you are doing. And ladies and my viewers out there, all my guests is the connection point is everywhere on E360, on all the platforms I have at do advertisements on. I'm just struggling with the right English, but all the advertisement, all my guest connections point, please connect with them, follow them, especially Sarah. Go and look on YouTube channel. What have she done? It's like amazing, amazing. So thank you, my beautiful Sarah. Thank you, my beautiful Cheryl, for not only helping, you are helping the family. And that's important. And the ripple effect of that is truly amazing. And thank you, my beautiful Toro, for all your amazingness. And thank you for giving us a different wealth mindset. I love that. So, my beautiful ones, I will say goodbye and then I will just ask Deborah to stay a minute. Bye, ladies. Thank you. So, my beautiful ladies, you are welcome to leave the studio on the right hand corner on top. And Deborah, I am going to quickly delete some of the videos that's on this side so that I can bring in Michael's one. So, may I ask, will you be able to tell us again what you just said, your last?
Sure, I'll do my best. If I can remember everything I said, I might have to throw in a couple extra things.
You can. I am going to quickly do what I need to do. So please, I am just going to be a minute off the screen and then I will be back. Is that okay with you?
Sure, I'm fine. Yeah.
You are my sponsor. I want to say, mwah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, everyone, I hope you've really enjoyed today's episode. Sanet brings such amazing energy. So she wanted me to repeat what I had said. I believe that everything is temporary. And I think it's really important for us to remember that, because otherwise we get really sometimes mired down in the everyday sorts of living. So if all of you can just look at money as energy, review this beautiful coming together of these brilliant women who shared so much wisdom on so many levels, and just think of everything as the way I flow my energy, the more that flows to me. Remember to give gratitude, not for just the good stuff coming in, but for everything that's going out and for all experiences. If you can remember the wow, the wonder, the openness, and the wisdom, and if you can, look for the wow, live life in wow, you're going to find those nuggets and pearls. So the more you can reach out and do that and help others do the same, the better it is. So just have fun with it. Just have fun with it.
Thank you, my beautiful Deborah. And I just wanted to say thank you for being the sponsor of the show. How can people connect to you?
Well, they can certainly reach out to me through my website, which is www.smashthrough, and through is THROUGH, mentor.com, or reach out to me on LinkedIn, Facebook. My One of my groups is called Look for Wow. And so we're easy to find. You can find me on Facebook, reach out, and yeah, join us for the wonderful wow movement that we're starting, and the more books and so on and so forth. I'd love to hear from you.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you,
And
Sunil.
thank you. And me and you are going to have a meeting just tomorrow after our post meeting because I want to find out a little bit more about your new book compilation. So I cannot wait. So, my beautiful Deborah, thank you so much for being here. You can just stay for me for 1 second and then I will remove me and you and start playing Michael's video. So, my beautiful viewers, I hope that you enjoy all my amazing, beautiful guests, as well as beautiful Deborah's wow. He is the sponsor of my show today, so I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much, Deborah. So, my beautiful ones, did you ever thought about doing a meditation for money? So I want to say this meditation is truly amazing. I am not going to be on screen, but I am going to do the meditation because the previous time when I did one of his meditation, I had to swivel my feet underneath so that I don't go into a trance because I was so scared the spit is going to come out of my mouth because his voice is truly transcendent. So please enjoy Michael's beautiful meditation, and I will be back just at the end to come and say goodbye and give you a 2 or 3 questions to reflect on today's show. So, my beautiful Deborah, thank you for being here. And then, my guest, my viewers out there, here is beautiful Michael's video.
Thank you, Sanet.
Just begin by sitting comfortably and place your hands on your heart. And if you feel comfortable doing so, close your eyes. And just begin to sense and feel the sensation of your breathing and feeling the sensation of breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to sense and feel the sensation of breathing into your heart center, your heart space, and breathing out from there. So just feeling the sensation of breath into the heart and breath out of the heart. And begin the journey from your head space to your heart space, a divine space. Tuning in to divine presence, energy, light, movement, and just sensing and feeling the sensation of breath, breathing into the heart and out of the heart, and leaving the headspace and settling in here. And if your mind or thought takes you away or something distracts you, simply let it be and sense and feel your breathing instead. No thoughts need to stop. No thoughts need to get better. Nothing needs to change in this moment. Simply, if you notice you get distracted by a thought, whenever you realize it, sense your breath, feel your breath, feel your heart space, and recenter there. You can do that as often as you need to. But don't struggle with thought. Don't try to stop thought. Just simply disengage, sense the breath, feel the breath instead. And now take a couple of breaths, still in the heart, but it is a breath that says and equals all is well. Your body, your being, knows how to breathe a breath that equals and says all is well. Nothing needs to stop, nothing needs to change, nothing needs to improve. For you in this moment to decide to deliberately breathe a breath that says all is well. Might be a deeper breath, might be a fuller breath, might be a slower breath, but it's a breath that says all is well. And just begin to feel yourself settling in, maybe a little ease, just shifting from that head space to this heart space, a divine space. And as you breathe here and rest here, first just envision resting yourself in this divine space, this heart space. Just as you are, but just resting your being here. Nothing to do, nothing to fix. Don't need to feel different. Don't need to be different. Just exactly as you are. Rest yourself in this divine heart space. And breathe a breath that all is well. And then as you rest in this space, begin to rest any concerns, issues, struggles, problems regarding money, dollars, finance. Whatever they are, just for now, rest them here. Nothing needing to be different, nothing needing to change in this moment. And if it involves people, rest those people here as well. So just resting every issue about dollars, your bank accounts, your debts, struggles, people, and yourself, all just resting in this divine space. It's like resting an ice cube in the sun. The higher energy of the sun will transform the cube as long as you rest the cube and let it linger in the higher energy of the sun. So for now, letting all struggle go, letting all need for things to be different go. We just rest you as you are, your money as it is, others as they are, in this higher energy, in this divine space, in this heart space. And we breathe a breath of all is well and feel a little ease creep in. And just for a moment, just blessing yourself as you are, sending love to yourself as you are, forgiving yourself for limits, mistakes, not knowing better, whatever it is, blessing and loving yourself instead. And everything that looks like lack and struggle with money, just blessing it instead. No struggle, no trying to fix it, no trying to change it in this moment. We bless it as is, exactly as is. And in the place where you sense lack or struggle, we reach a little further and we breathe into that very space. And we begin to sense this thing called abundance instead. presence of abundance, the presence of dollars, presence of ease, the presence of good, the presence of flow, of things working out. In those very spaces, we just tune in a little deeper, a little further, sensing the divine light in that space, divine abundance in that space, your abundance in that space. No one else's, yours. Reaching for, feeling the improved space, improved feeling. And just forgiving yourself for lesser concepts like lack. It's an entirely complete and whole concept. It's just different from the concept, the thoughts of you abundant. They're two separate things. So we forgive ourselves for tuning in to the lesser concept. And instead we breathe, all is well. We rest in this heart space, in this higher energy, like the ice cube in the sun. And we tune in to the improved concept with you and money abundant, money easy, money always, enjoyment of money, the presence of money, not the lack of money. Lack of money, different concept. Presence of money, different concept. We tune into the improved concept of you with money, with abundance, with flow, with ease. And we sense these present time here, not future, present. And for now, we just feel the improvement, the ease, the breath of all is well. And if our attention wanders to the lesser concept, we just refocus and rebreathe into the heart again. And just reach again for the improved concept, separate, independent. The lesser concept doesn't need to change in order to receive, focus, feel into the improved concept of you abundance. And as you feel here, practice the energy of you abundant. You're tuning into an improved station, an improved signal, improved consciousness and energy. That means different things can come, different things can occur, improvements can come, solutions are here. Solutions are not over there. With another breath, we bless everything as it is. And with joy, with love, we love the new concepts of yourself, abundance. And we breathe into that space. And we breathe again that all is well. And we feel the message that all is well. And we just rest in this space, this improved space of you abundance. And for now, we feel it. knowing as the energy grows, as the signal stronger, as the image gets stronger, like a magnifying glass resting on leaves, it just ignites it. If I rest my focus here, new things can occur without me needing to struggle. So one more time, deliberate, on purpose, breath into your heart that says that all is well. And when you're ready, you'll make your way back and take your time.
Hi, my beautiful viewers. I hope that you've enjoyed that. So, I would love to do an introduction to beautiful Michael so that you also know how to connect with him. And then I've got a few questions to ask you as well. Here I go.
Hey, I'm Michael LeBlanc. I'm glad to be here. We're going to do a meditation together, and it's around the topic of money. More specifically, though, it's around the energy we have and the consciousness we have around the subject of dollars. And the first part of the meditation is going to be to get us out of our head space and into our heart space and into this divine space. It's really tuning away from the energy and consciousness of your struggle and your problems and tuning into the energy and consciousness of your solution, your actual dollars. And when I've struggled with money, and I have, and what I find is I use this meditation process to shift my energy, to shift my consciousness. Because I know if I shift it and I realign with that divine space within, which is where my abundance is, then money flows and opportunities flow and ideas flow. And sometimes it comes in those different ways. I mean, sometimes it is an idea I put into place and then that leads to money. Sometimes it's just been money and I've received like bonuses and I've won cars. and so sometimes it's just sort of come. And sometimes it's increase in work in my business. And I'll share real quick, this year was one of those. I was doing this meditation. I wanted an improvement in money. And my car was like 13 years old. I needed a new one. And I get this email and it's from an old client. It's 5 years ago. But what that led to was designing and developing some workshops that they wanted me to teach in Azerbaijan, Baku, outside of Turkey. They needed me there for like 5 weeks. I was actually there 40 days, but I only had to work like 28 of those days. But that led to over $200,000 for me. And I've never worked 28 days and made that kind of money before. And so for me, it's been this gradual improving as my energy and consciousness improves around the topic of money. So the meditation would be to get you out of your head space, get you into your heart space, and really start resting and making peace with these issues we have around dollars and concepts we have. And then really tuning into improved concepts, improved energy around money. The concept of lack is a whole, complete, manifestable concept. The concept of abundance is also a whole, complete, manifestable concept. They're just like two objects. They're completely different. Lack is not the absence of abundance. Lack is the presence of a concept held within yourself that gets demonstrated because it gets the most energy and attention. Abundance is just a separate concept, and they're independent of each other entirely. So hope that helps. So we're going to do that in just a moment. Just wanted to kind of introduce myself, give you a little heads up about what we're going to do. And I'll see you in a minute when we start the meditation.
So, my beautiful viewers out there, I played the wrong video. I played the meditation first and then the introduction. But beautiful Michael's voice is truly amazing. I remember about 2 months ago, I was very sick, and he just phoned and said, Sanet, can you be online on a certain time? And I said yes. And he said, can I do a meditation for you? And then subsequently he recorded the video of the meditation and he sent it to me. I played it for 3 days after that, and another 2 days after going to the doctor and hearing that my vertigo is gone. So Michael, you are truly amazing. Thank you so much for being in my life. And I've got 3 questions for you to reflect, my beautiful viewers. And then I've got a mantra I want to leave with you. And then I'm going to read you a poem of Mariana Williamson. So are you ready? So here is the first question. What is one action step you can take today to align your money mindset with your financial goals? Think about that. Question number 2. How does your money temperament influence your financial decision? And what adjustment can you make to enhance your financial well-being? Okay. The last question. What financial habit or practice do you believe has the potential to make the most significant impact on your long-term financial success? And then the mantra. Just give me 1 second. The mantra. I am the master of my money, and every financial decision I make brings me closer to abundance and freedom. I am going to repeat that. I am the master of my money, and every financial decision I make brings me closer to abundance and freedom. So now I'm going to read you the poem. So I heard this poem the first time in 10th May the 10th, 1994, when our President Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as our first Black president of South Africa. I thought it was his poem, but later on I found out it was a beautiful poem by Mariana Williamson, Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves, who am I? To be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. I like to say fabulous. Fabulous. Actually, why are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within all of us. That is such a beautiful poem. I love it. So I just got a message, Sanet, what is your golden nugget? So my beautiful viewers out there, my golden nugget is if your why is big enough, you can do anything. You can do everything. And I always say, and I am the proof of the pudding. I lost 165 pounds. It was not easy, but if your why is big enough, you can do anything. You can do everything. And last year, when I started to relook at my money and my value towards money and all the past traumas, especially as a child, and I start to break through that, and I enjoy the energy of money. I start dancing. Well, I didn't dance before, but I'm dancing now. But my beautiful guests have given so many tips and beautiful nuggets on money. So, my question is money mastery magic. What does it mean for you? Take small steps. Start with something easy. I can only say what I've done in my side. I started in the mornings to do affirmations, mantras on money. I also listened to meditations to receive money and then to give. For me, for many years, I loved to give. But when I had to receive money or anything, I felt always guilty. 5 years ago, I've changed my life. I've changed my life, everything in my life. I made sure to put Sanet first, to love Sanet unconditionally, and to be mindful every day. And then had to work on my money issues. I had to forgive. I had to forgive myself for not accepting because I am worthy enough to accept. So, my beautiful viewers out there, are you worthy enough to accept money coming your way? And then the other leg, are you responsible enough for the money that is coming your way, that is in your vicinity? When I used to work, I loved to shop. I shop, shop, shop. Now I have to make sure that if I want to, is that compelling enough for me to buy a new dress? And if I decided I am going to buy the new dress, I've got only a certain amount of, we call it in South Africa hangers. I'm not too sure what they call it in America, but hang space. There's only so much hang space. If I got to buy this new dress, I need to give something away that still it fits on that hanger or clothing. I don't know what you call it in America, but it's okay. Hangers. I need to make sure that I cannot buy any more hangers because previously I had too much clothes. I gave to 17 ladies lots and lots of clothes, different sizes, and I vow that I will never have so many clothes. So, yes, making double sure if I want this dress and how will the dress make me feel. And then, if it's a yes, what am I going to give away so that I can place that one in that one's place? Small steps, small things that you can look at. Also, for me, I started with a money tracker, monthly money tracker, and I'm looking at what I'm giving out and what I'm getting back. So if you can start with small steps, but start somewhere, because money is your friend. Money can be magical. Money can be fun. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed our show today. I hope that you've learned a lot of amazingness from my amazing guest. Love Illuminated Summit 11. 11 is my favorite number. It's my angel number. I see a lot of 1111. And here in South Africa, we are on military time, so I do see a lot of 22, 22. So my beautiful viewers out there, money, mastery, magic. I hope that you can find some tips and some golden nuggets that you can take away. Thank you so much to all my guests for being here. My beautiful Netta, all the way from Australia. My beautiful Tabura from Canada, and she's also my amazing sponsor for today's show. Then my beautiful Sarah, thank you for all your wisdom. My beautiful Cheryl, for looking after the whole family. And my beautiful Tara, talking about wealth. And then our gorgeous Duchess DJ Love, that takes her mum that's got dementia all over the world. And she is truly an example of speaking to people, helping people in the travels. Even on the airport, she didn't tell that, but I know of a previous show, but showing that you can travel with your mum and still have an amazing time. Thank you to Michael that have done an amazing meditation for us. And then thank you to all my Diamond Beauties and Tanzaniduras for listening and commenting even on the replay. And then all the viewers out there, you are so welcome to connect with me, Sanet Van Breda. And if you would love to join my amazing two communities, for the men, Tanzanite Euro, and then for the ladies, Diamond Beauties Forever. Both of them are private groups, and it's an inspirational group. No selling allowed. Just want to let it out there. No selling allowed. So, my beautiful viewers, have an amazing day, afternoon, evening. Here with us is almost 11 o'clock p.m. So, I am going to say thank you and have an amazing time. And yes, money, mastery, magic. Woohoo! And I have to bring in my button again. Here I go. Thank you, my beautiful viewers. Mwah. Bye, my beautiful viewers. Mwah.